Hello and welcome back to a Master Gradius Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. We're talking to Horton, who we met in the Phantom Forest wandering, and we're going to ask him about this town called Hunter's Edge. And then we're going to rob him, because he has some amazing stuff.
Yeah! Well, don't go round angering Immaculates if you want to keep your vitals intact. Though perhaps it won't be very long before they have a stab at one another's vitals instead. I have the feeling there's trouble brewing between the orcs and the humans in there, and who can blame them really? Just ain't natural for 'em to consort, I say. Only good orc. Well, you know how the phrase goes.
And who are you exactly?
Can't say I remember who I was before the change came over me, but these days I'm a travelling trader of sorts. There's an immaculate necromancer in the village ahead. She's the one who brought me back from, well, wherever I was. She's an especially bright one, you know. Most necromancers can only revive a dead corpse into an animated one, but she manages to yank back some semblance of consciousness too. I don't remember much, but the thrill of trade certainly calls to me. Maybe I was a merchant in my former life, who knows? These days, most undead are busy haunting Sicil or picking the way in the Lucula mines. But I keep a low profile and stay out of sight. Haven't been bothered by an immaculate yet, and I hope to keep it that way.
I met a skeleton that looked just like you. She gave me some strange weapons.
I know the weapons of which you speak. I've even hidden away a piece of one myself. I had planned to pass it down to my son, but... or maybe you could make better use of it now? This wall could really do with a lick of paint. Blood gets so ugly when it dries. An intact finger! Just what that deviant of an orc was looking for. Now I missed my nose. Must smell like delicious spit roast
Okay,
around
so
here.
we have Axe Part 3. I guess I'll give that to Gradius as well.
This wall could really do with a lick of paint. Blood gets so ugly when it
Well, let's
dries.
rob this guy.
Burnt, ruptured, trampled. What do you think you're doing?
Oh no. We have to do this all over a fucking again. Oh good, we already sold to him, okay.
Yeah! Though perhaps it won't be very... Can't say I... especially these days. I know the weapons of...
That wasn't too bad.
My! How did a spleen get lodged in here?
Now let's improve
Hey, don't
his
mess around with these
pickpocketing.
Immaculates. Burnt, ruptured, trampled. Do you think I could have made a fortune selling all of these to a whimsical taxidermist? There's still meat on those bones. Must have been the miller's boy. Muscles strong as marble he had.
Where's the axe?
Two little eyes, all smashed to bits against the wood. Pity that. You dare cut it out?
God damn it!
There's still meat on those bones. Must have been the miller's boy. Muscles strong as marble he had.
Alright, I guess that's it.
I spy.
We couldn't get what we wanted. He's gonna
smashed
force
to
us
bits against the
to,
wood. Pity that.
so I guess purchase it. It's a +2 constitution. Oh boy, oh boy. 25% chance chill status.
An intact finger.
Does a
Just what
much
that deviant
better
of an orc was
damage.
looking for.
We're gonna hold on to it. Let's trade with him.
Why, you're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer.
We'll buy that. And that. Could have sworn she had a lot of amulets to sell. They're exactly the same price? Oh, 132, okay. Done. Too bad he didn't sell any nails.
Now I missed my nose. Must smell like delicious spit roast round here.
I could do with a cold drink.
I'm warm
Hey,
as
you!
fresh
Come
apple
on,
pie.
come on, time's a wasting.
You can speak. You don't look like a tribesman or orc, but I suppose I can't be certain. Then again, I've never heard of a dark soul gifted with the speech of the wild.
Tell me about yourself.
Jinxica is my name, and until recently I lived a placid sort of life among the people of Hunter's Edge. The baker might leave me a bit of milk left over from this breakfast, The barkeep stroked my back between filling glasses. I had many friends here, but none so dear as a little trio. A married pair and their daughter, employed by the wizard to keep his home. They spent many long hours squashing fleas that plagued me and shared their warm beds with me each night. If you come to this village to help and not to harm, you might be able to save those 3 kind souls from the orcs that have invaded. Ugh, such misery in our sad town.
What do you know about this wizard?
A kind but private man he is. He set up his home here several years ago, but never remained there long enough before jetting off to tend to some matter or other. The Dark Invaders seem very interested in him indeed. They've been skulking around outside the house since they arrived, but not even one of their filthy vermin can penetrate the wizard's protective enchantment.
You say orcs invaded this place.
Would that an invasion were all! They destroyed every crumb of life they could find and sent their filthy rats to seek out those who evaded them. Each life they took infused their strange stones with power. Their queen glowed with delight as a parade of victims were slain before her. It was as though she was taking in a beautiful song. The human tribe came shortly after. They had their own supply of the glowing stones, and the orc queen took no easy liking to them. Still, it seems they are working towards some similar goal. They haven't destroyed one another. Yet.
Tell me about your friends, the wizard's servants.
They've survived this carnage so far by concealing themselves most cleverly. I've done my best to guard their hiding place from the slime-bellied rats attempting to sniff them out. But I fear my efforts aren't enough. Until the village has been rid of vermin, those 3 sweet souls may be found at any time.
So the orcs are using rats to their advantage?
Savages by savages employed. The orcs have one among them, the rat catcher they call him, who claims to have trained rats to do his bidding. They've swarmed the place in search of hidden villagers, and unless every last one of them is split from tail to snout, they're sure to find my friends. But you're not like the brutes inside those walls. No. You approached me with hand, not boot, outstretched. Perhaps you could help me. With these rats running about, it's only a matter of time before my friends are caught. They must be squashed, every last one of them. I've done my best so far, but there are simply too many for one set of claws to handle. With your help, though, with your help, it could be done. The rats gone, my friends safe.
I see you found another feline friend there.
Oh, that bothersome old Tom. No, he and I are hardly friendly, much less friends. I've much more important things on my mind than him and his incessant pestering. I can slip through these walls as I please, but you'll need to find your own way into the village. And remember, my friend, kill every last rat you find, or 3 dear souls will be lost.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. Yes, that was a small fib on my part, I'm afraid. Zandalore is known as the Keeper of the Source, after all. And I didn't know how Source Hunters would react to my association with such a colorful character.
Zandalore lives in this village. Got any pointers for me?
He has a residence at the far end of town. Though I have my doubts he's having people over for tea now that the Immaculates have landed. Know that Zandalore is wily, so beware. If a wizard doesn't want you in his home, you'll know it. Pity the intruder that heedlessly tries to waltz his way into that dwelling. Nevertheless, his house is the very place you'll want to search. The accumulated knowledge stored there is quite phenomenal, and beyond a doubt one of Leandra's most urgent pursuits.
That's pretty good. That's really good too.
Burn, rupture, trampled. To think I could have made a fortune selling all of these to a whimsical taxidermist.
We'll have to remember to rob him. Arhu, what are you doing here?
I'm watching on with weary eyes how the Immaculates strike again. They've gone from shedding blood among their own to recruiting orcs and cutthroats to do it for them. From what I can tell, the village of Hunter's Edge is this cult's most wretched victim.
What have you discovered?
It was once a quiet sort of village. Families and small-time merchants mostly. Recently, it was targeted by a tribe of orcs waving the Immaculate banner. Their leader, Grutilda, is known far and wide for her cruelty and cunning. She oversaw the murder of countless villagers and used their blood to fuel a great number of bloodstones. Once they were dead, they were reanimated as undead corpses and sent to work in the mines of Lacula. By order of Leandra, the orcs were joined by a tribe of humans from the northern peaks of Tanneroth. A band of male warriors are they, and they devote allegiance to their leader, Jarl.
Alright, so the orcs were responsible for slaughtering most of the villagers. A couple have survived and are in hiding. They were servants of Zandalor the Wizard, who also has a house in town.
Miller's boy, muscles strong as marble.
And we are supposed to explore the village, see what the orcs and humans are up to. Maybe drive them out in some way. Or at least make it a safe place for these survivors to move.
Jarl arrived with his own formidable supply of bloodstones, which means his tribe has been operating under directions from the conduit for some time. Where once they ransacked for base pleasure and material gain, now they do it by the will of the goddess. These are far from the blindly devoted Immaculates of Silverglen, however. The orcs and the humans here alternate between bitter fighting and hostile peace. Personally, I believe they're best exploited through their rivalry. Get them to fight each other, and you can stand on the sidelines and warm yourself upon the flames.
So that's what we need to do. Meanwhile, let's see if we can rob Arhu. Not skilled enough. I'll have you know where we have some... What is our pickpocketing right now? It's at 6, and we're not skilled enough?
Is that one of them lovely Baywater belts? Oh, no, false alarm. Just a few yards of intestine.
You there! Cut it out!
We don't want to fight Aru. I guess we're gonna just have to buy that equipment.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
An intact finger. Just what that deviant of an orc was looking for. I wonder what the orcs want with all this oak. Make a chandelier most like. And a very ostentatious one in a way. I spy two little eyes, all smashed to bits against the wood. Pity that. Is that one of them lovely Baywater belts? Oh, no, no, false alarm. Just a few yards of intestine.
Alright, let's keep going.
Toasty.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
My kingdom for a dry shirt.
I need to dry off.
Wargraf
Baking
wants you
like
to
a
take a
cake.
closer look at something.
You
Could
there,
something of interest-
Flatlander. Stay at your business.
I have orders from the conduit herself to speak to the leader of this village. Show Immaculate Amulet.
Come to play now the town's been taken, have you? Typical of you Flatlanders. Lucky for you, the goddess don't discriminate against cowards. Well, come quickly then. There's still townsfolk on the loose, and the chase has probably made them wild as cornered dogs. One might pop out of a bush and take an eye before you can shout your own name. Better you first check in with the higher-ups. You've got Jarl, the righteous leader of Weird the Mountain, and blood-stained Gratilda, queen dog of the giant toads. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. Now scram, and make your introductions before word gets to them there's an intruder here.
I think Wolgraf saw something, right?
How did a spleen get lodged in here? I don't mess around with these immaculates.
Alright, something's buried here.
Feeling hot under the collar. Potent heat. My kingdom for a dry shirt.
That's a pretty good one.
up beneath those boots?
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
Toesies. I'm drenched. Blasted mosquitoes. Never a moment's peace with these filthy vermin buzzing in me. Oh, brother, I've crossed me pests. 'Tweren't a tiny winged bloodsucker whining at me, but a tiny footed one. Brother, I think the human's asking me a question. Think I ought to tell the tiny pest who I am? Ought I tell her I lost this horn in a scuffle with another ickle human? Maybe it was this one's brother. That pesky bugger might have got me on, but I've got something too. His wee head.
Human, leave the lambs out diseased. Can't come to work today, boss. I've
Soaked
got
to
the
the
human,
skin.
and it's itching like
Feeling hot
that.
under the collar?
What? Free to address your betters, are ya? I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you. Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting ripped to shreds, can he? Poor fellow. Living in fear under the great Quintilda's boot.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
They say humans and orcs don't get along, but I've seen a pair as thick as a troll's toe hair.
So there's a couple, there's a pair, there's a human and ogre that get a...
Gorag doesn't look so fearsome without his second horn. And to think, it was a human who managed to snap it clean off.
Afraid of a single frog-skinned one
So
of
there's
Then why not stand up and face
some
me,
interesting
boy?
stories happening here.
One.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other
It's all
tusk's
my
yours
fault,
to keep in the
The
meantime.
humans don't want to go trucking.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
One side. I ain't got time for chatting till I find the damn thing.
Am I gazing at the wholeness of souls?
The key to the armory, of course. Hasn't that frog-skinned oaf been roaring about from here to the warehouse? You'd be too if you'd misplaced something of Gratilda's. I once saw her skin her own foot soldier alive for mispronouncing All-Mother. And he'd only done it after she'd knocked his teeth out for sneezing in her presence. What's worse is, the coward's blaming his troubles on me, only 'cause I happened to be passing by when he noticed his armory key was missing. I'd tell him to piss off and be on my way, but he threatened to tell Gratilda it's me who stole it. Somehow, I doubt I'll get to tell my side of things before my head was shorn clear off.
Hole in my pocket, have I?
Not a damn thing in all the 12 hills of hell. This idiot orc has no idea where he's lost the damn thing. So he's taken to blaming me, a passerby. It's just like an orc to save his own skin by flaying someone else. What does that matter? Quit buzzing in my ear before I bloody key. Who could trust a big stupid oaf like you with something like that?
What you say to me, you fool, eh?
I say you're so stupid the key probably fell from your pocket while you were squatting over the latrine.
Behold these skulls bereft of the lips with which they kissed.
Alright, that's about all the time I have. In the next edition, we'll keep exploring this town,
Got a hole in my pocket,
and
have
we'll
I?
find out what's going on. These two have, well, the orc lost the armory key.
Me do his dirty work. I bet his skull would make a
which
lovely
is a
goblet
problem.
for Jarl
Anyway,
King.
I'll see you in the next video.